Why are you here in my only buildable area?
For you if I need you.
I don't think I put down generator yet. Didn't Fallout 76. There's some medium generators and some small ones. There's the budget to do that. Stuff around here. And shit. On the bench. Yeah.
Reporting that garbage, you're going to slow us down.
Shut up. Only huge and doing government stuff. It's like Gradies. Didn't take Gradies.
I'm not gonna.
It's called shooting straight.
Some coward.
Hey, what do you want?
Good. I have tea.
Negative visual on the target. Tango down.
Hey,
dangerous, I bet. I think it's way safer just to stop.
Security's too good. Hey. Where do you want me? Go check that out. Negative. I highly recommend leaving some of that equipment behind. Hey. Ready.
Poor fat man is worried right now.
What? Ain't nothing.
Y'all dead.
Nothing there now. What do you think? Yeah, you're probably right. You gotta cut down on the budget, I guess.
Shoot him! Shoot them all!
I was too close to that one. Ah,
Hey. Ready.
What the?
You never know what you'll find.
oh, cool. That was really easy. Wait, the fat man. Now we. come with me? Oh shit.
We're close. All we need is enough power to fire up the signal interceptor.
Annoying. Okay.
I'm too busy to speak right now.
Better check all your connections and make sure all the components are wired together on a single grid.
I'll send for you if I need.
This is annoying. I have some caps, don't I? I have. Ooh.
Safety's off. I don't like the look of this place one bit.
That's the wrong guy. They're the fucking good neighbors. But the wrong guy, god damn it.
Downstairs. Don't bother the other patrons.
Yeah?
Huh?
Paying customers only.
Not the one I want to go outside. I don't like him, do you? Because I want to do a trick.
hope you're buying. Even a girl with an arsenal full of weapons needs to make a living after all.
Sure, let's take a look.
A gun for every occasion.
Can I break down weapons to get this? Damn. Oh, maybe the...
Going into the alone.
Welcome back. I heard about the operation at Fort Strong. Any injuries that required...
It sounds like we owe you our gratitude for wiping out those monsters at Fort Strong. Now, did you have any documents for me? Or perhaps you were interested in aiding a research patrol?
I'm proud to be serving under Elder Maxon. He had enough alliance in his foolish ways.
Going to slow us down.
Ash.
Hey there.
Oh god, mole rat on a stick was a really bad idea. Excuse me.
Chinese. I'm red five. The
Maxon's waiting to talk to you, and I'm not throwing the switch until he gets us.
Elder Maxon.
Remarkable work, Knight. The signal interceptor appears to be complete. Are you ready to put it to the test?
Absolutely. I'm ready to go.
Your confidence is an inspiration to us all. That being said, this is the first time we've attempted to directly adapt Institute technology. When we throw that switch, we don't know exactly what's gonna happen. God willing, you'll end up inside the Institute, and the mission can continue.
Nothing's gonna stop me when I'm so close to the answers I'm looking for.
Eager to get inside, huh? Good. Now, I want you to listen very carefully. Once you've entered the Institute, we expect to lose contact, so it's imperative you remember everything I'm about to tell you. About 10 years ago, the Brotherhood began recruiting civilian scientists from the capital wasteland to assist with various projects. During this process, we were able to obtain the services of Dr. Madison Lee, a noted mind in the field of nuclear engineering.
That's fortunate.
Yes, it was. Securing useful resources during wartime is critical. That said, Dr. Lee's contributions to our cause were instrumental in maintaining order in the capital wasteland. After some time, she developed differences with the Brotherhood and exiled herself to the Commonwealth. We're fairly certain that her intent was to make contact with the Institute.
I'm surprised that the Brotherhood let her go.
Had I been in command, I wouldn't have allowed it to happen. She was a valuable asset. Your mission is simple. Once you're inside the Institute, we want you to track down Dr. Lee's whereabouts. If you find out that she's still alive, make contact with her and convince her to return to the Brotherhood of Steel. There's a special project we're working on, and it needs her attention.
Consider it done, Elder.
Very good. Very good. Listen to me, Knight. I'm well aware that you're risking your life going into the Institute blind. Just keep your mind on the mission, and don't let anything they say sway you from your duty. Good luck.
Proctor Ingram.
I've checked and rechecked everything. I think the signal interceptor's ready to go. Are you?
Let's do this.
All right. Head up onto the platform and we'll see if I can find a signal to lock onto. You wanted to get into the Institute, right? Well, what are you waiting for?
Be right back. Take pipe with me.
Yes?
Why are you bothering with that junk?
That's it. Hey.
Where do you want me?
Paladin Danse.
What do you want?
How do you think things are between us?
I don't see how this is a relevant question right now. I'm able to make that evaluation yet. When I do, I'll let you know.
That was all?
Not a problem.
Seems to be growing well.
Thought a reporter could consider themselves a success and heading my way?
Sure, let's go.
Will do.
Exercise extreme caution out there, Piper. The Commonwealth is hazardous for civilians.
I can handle myself, soldier boy.
looking for trouble, but always finding it. Cold steel, angry scowls, lousy haircuts. All the touches I've come to expect from the Brotherhood.
I've checked and rechecked everything. I think the signal interceptor's ready to go. Are you?
Let's do this.
All right. Head up onto the platform and we'll see if I can find a signal to lock onto.
You have your assignments.
Are you in or are you out?
Move out.
Make up your mind. Let's see. Relays dialed in. Beam emitters
Dr. Lee
warmed
is a
up.
valuable asset.
Everything looks
If
green.
any harm comes to it,
Let me start scanning for
I'm
the
holding you
signal.
personally responsible.
Cross your fingers. I'm inputting the code now. Wow, there's a heck of a lot of interference and ghosting. It's gonna take a minute or two to lock in. By the way, this little trip you're taking is a heck of an opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. I put a clever little program on this holotape that'll scan their network and download anything it
Refrain from opening
finds.
fire
If
inside
you
the
place it in any terminal
Could
down there,
jeopardize our
it'll
entire
do the
mission.
rest. Bring it back to me and I'll see if I can make sense of whatever it found. Well, well, looks like we have a winner. RF wave capture complete. Ramping the emitter. 60%, 80%. Emitter spiking but steady.
Refrain
All
from
that's
opening
left
fire
is to
inside
throw
the
the
Institute.
transmit switch.
It could jeopardize our
Transmitting
entire
in
mission.
3, 2, 1. Stay safe, soldier.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Fauna.
No use.
The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal
war never
reason.
changes.
You are here for your son.
Oh, damn right. I've played this game a few times. Am I supposed to go this way? This is the one I'm supposed to go? It's a linear hallway. I'm an idiot. Making sure I have bolts. Oh, it's a fake Sean. Yeah, I've played this game.
Can't pick this. Only opens with a key. Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean?
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Yes, it's me, your dad. I'm here, Sean.
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shh, shh. It'll be okay, Sean. I'm here now.
I don't know you. Go away. Father!
Please, Sean. I'm your father. Talk to me. Just open the door.
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father!
Elements 2, I'm going to take off my...
Help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Give me Sean. The real Sean. Right now!
I know. I know. You've gone to such lengths to find him.
I want answers, asshole. Now.
Under the circumstances, I will forgive your vulgarity, but I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
It's really you?
It's true. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
They stole you. Kidnapped you. Wasn't right.
Right, wrong, irrelevant. It was necessary. The Institute believed humanity's future depended on it. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human
I've had it
being,
come up with this.
walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took you.
In a manner of speaking, yes. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. This wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
60 years. So much time. Wasted.
I know. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future.
That one.
No matter what those above ground might think of us.
It doesn't matter what they think. What matters is what you do.
I'm glad you see it the same way. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
What would you have me say? The world is a dangerous place. Although I think maybe it always was. It's just a bit more honest about it now. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
I don't expect you to understand or agree with the decision. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. I know there's more for us to discuss, but the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Yes, that's what I want.
I know. I know you've been through so much. I'm pleased to see it has not impaired your judgment. Forgive me. I'd assume that after everything I'm sure you've seen above ground, you would be more than a bit biased against us. There is much to be done. You'll need time to acclimate yourself, a chance to become acquainted with our procedures.
I'll do whatever it takes. It's worth it.
I am glad to hear that. The Institute is now your home as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in facilities. And finally, Dr. Lee in advanced systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Don't recharge.
I apologize for any disruptions
primary
that my
levels
work might
are
cause
below 2%. Also, if you haven't patched your navigation software,
greetings, sir.
Do so after this meeting. The last thing we need is more synths bumping into walls. All right.
It's an honor to have you here, sir.
Excuse me.
We are honored to welcome you here.
No visible reaction to the K-14 compound. We'll start the next
I
trial.
wish you could have known
The
Father
dosage
as
will be
we
much
have.
larger this time, and the side effects will likely be more pronounced.
Yeah.
Will there be any pain?
Kill you. They'll have fusion cells.
Honestly, don't know. I suppose it's good.
This is good fun. No, nope, not yet.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Excuse me, Dr. Lee?
Oh, it's you. You're not authorized to be here.
Actually, I was looking for you.
Me? Why?
I've been sent by the Brotherhood of Steel to find you.
You don't beat around the bush, I'll give you that. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people would track me down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade, waiting for them to send someone like you to kill me.
I'm only here with good intentions. You have my word.
You're giving me your word, even though we just met? Fine. Since Father trusts you, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to come my way. Say what you came here to say, and then leave me alone.
The Brotherhood needs your help, Doctor.
Needs my help. Why? They seemed to have everything under control when I left.
The Brotherhood valued your presence, and we'd like you to come back.
Well, how sweet of them. Tell me something. Why would I possibly want to come crawling back to the Brotherhood? What reason would I have to throw away everything I've accomplished here?
I was just told to get you to come back.
The Brotherhood wants me back, and the best they can do is send a robot that does nothing but follow orders? Sorry, but you're going to have to do a lot better than that.
I give up. What would it take to convince you?
All right, I'll play your game. I had a colleague down here, a Dr. Virgil. Several months ago, there was an accident in his lab, and he was killed. I wanted to help with the investigation, but Father had the laboratory sealed, saying that it was contaminated. The incident never sat right with me. The more I asked about it, the more I felt like Father was deflecting my questions. If you bring me solid information on what killed him, I'll take it as a favor from the Brotherhood and consider your offer. Do we have a deal?
I know this may come as a shock, but Dr. Virgil is still alive. I met him myself.
Oh, please. Do you really think a cheap tactic like that is going to work on someone like me? Stop trying to avoid the legwork by lying. Either you get me the evidence, or we have nothing else to talk about. Deal?
Deal.
All right. Dr. Virgil's lab was in the Biosciences Division. I can give you a code that will get you into the section, but the lab itself has been sealed, so you'll have to breach it on your own. I'd tell you to be quiet about it, but your Brotherhood and discretion isn't exactly your strong suit. And finally, if you get caught, we never had this conversation. Now, for the sake of keeping up appearances, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Speaking of, I trust our discussion will remain between the two of us. Now, I need to get back to work, and I'm sure you have other things to do.
Yeah. Go to Virgil. So I need to get the serum for him, because I like Virgil. I like him a lot.
You can return to your duties and remember to...
Yeah, I use that Courser chip anyways.
Every symptom you experience in detail. I hope I'll prove a useful test subject for you, Doctor.
Is true food supplement 77
time to examine my latest reports on Batch 274?
Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand our operations at Warwick. He's eager to get that going, so I've had to put everything else to one side.
I wonder how the Warwick family is doing. Young Wally must be close to 10 years old by now.
So good to have you here.
Remarkable that
Dr. Clayton Holdren,
survive for so
head of the
long.
Bioscience
Don't you
Division.
think?
I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
I look forward to learning more about it.
In that case, let me give you a brief overview of what we do here. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of study such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
Seems like there's nothing you guys can't do.
With hard work and ingenuity, any challenge can be overcome. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is. But I have to ask,
I just see this guy say
have you decided whether you'll join us?
Realist? I don't even know what you said.
I'm not sure how well I'll fit in,
Realist?
but I'd like to give it a try.
Great. I was hoping you'd say that. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Take care, then.
Where is Grillis? That's not Grillis.
Director Holdren. Dr. Holdren's synth gorilla project is showing promising results.
How do I get in there?
You're here. Glad you made it.
How do you feed them? You look so happy. Not yet.
Welcome to the Institute, sir.
Hi.
It's an honor to meet you, sir. Report anything suspicious to the SRB.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
Third primary drive breakdown this month.
Excuse me, Doctor.
Concerned, the phase-out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh.
They weren't kidding.
I don't know.
You really are here.
Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans.
Allie Fillmore.
You ask me.
You can think of me as the
They were built
Institute's
pretty well.
chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the facilities division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
Absolutely.
Oh, good to hear. It'll be a load off Sean's mind. Take your time. Get yourself acquainted. There's a lot to take in. Plenty of things you won't find topside. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the facilities division, I'm happy to discuss it.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Goodbye, then. I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3.
Scanning unknown identity. Clearance confirmed.
Yes, I thought you were.
You know.
Oh shit. I don't even have it marked, do I?
Protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office.
Operating at full capacity.
That I intend to speak to Father.
Seriously still watching?
Robotics
Are you watching?
to knock some heads together.
What now?
They're
Carry
dragging
on,
their
sir.
feet on the targeting package upgrades
We're
I
all
asked
looking forward to
Maybe I should take some courses with me. Send a message.
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results.
Doc.
So, here you are. Justin Ayo, acting director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be up front with you.
We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity.
I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
No problems here.
Good to hear. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the synth retention bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
If the synths want to be free, you should let them.
Synths do not want. They might look like human beings, but they're machines. As to why they're escaping? That matter is currently under investigation. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a Courser should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Very well.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
I wouldn't be here, not for your sake.
Since my son's father, would that make me grandfather?
All this advanced technology, and we still can't cure the common cold.
Still watching me. Ask why.
Got it.
Resetting threat level.
Nice.
Terminal's got this locked. That's it.
Dr. Brian Virgil. This will likely be my last recording. My requests to shut down the FEV program have repeatedly been denied. We've learned nothing useful in the last 10 years. Why does Father insist on continuing it? If he won't see reason, then I have to take matters into my own hands. What we're doing, it's not right. It needs to stop. If anyone should find this after I'm gone, know that I never wanted to hurt anyone. Anyone! Do you understand me? I'm gonna make sure the whole program is shut down. If not for good, then at least for years to come. After that, I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal. Treason, he'll probably call it. So, I'm leaving. I have a plan, and if it works, I'll be somewhere safe. Somewhere not even the Coursers can find me. Everything that we've done, the lives we've taken. If there is a God, may he have mercy on us all.
shit looking for them.
Cynthia, you were scheduled for maintenance duty in SRB last night. Anything
Dr. Lee.
Took you long enough to find that evidence. Let me see what you've got.
Here you go.
A holotape. This better not be a waste of my time. They lied to me. They lied to me, and I didn't even realize how far it went. All those years of loyalty. For nothing.
No matter how badly it hurts, you needed to hear the truth.
And for that, I thank you. I came to the Institute to get away from the Brotherhood. From the whole world. I just wanted to do my research in peace. Father took me in and gave me access to cutting-edge technology that I only dreamed existed. I became jaded. I thought that the Institute cared, that they wanted to better mankind. Maybe in their own twisted way they still do. But now I realize if you can't trust the people you're working for, then it's all pointless. If they lied about Dr. Virgil, who knows what else they've been lying about? Or what their plans are for my work. I'll make my way back to the Brotherhood. But I'm going to have to do it on my own. I can't take any chances being seen with you. Tell whoever sent you that they've just regained the services of Dr. Madison Lee.
Well, I'm Glad to see the relay didn't completely vaporize you.
The interceptor worked. It was rough, but it worked.
Amazing. And what about the serum? Did you find the serum?
Got it right here.
That's it. That's really it. All right. Let's see.
We found a new frontier of foul.
Retrovirus has matured nicely. Density gradient is high. Recombinant counter-intron sequences look stable. Transcriptive exon strands have formed. Yes. It seems to have matured nicely.
That's good.
It is. But there's only one way to know if it works. All right. Here we go. And now, we wait.
It'll work.
I hope so. We just have to let the retrovirus run its course. I'm going to rest for a while. I'm back in a few days, maybe a week, and... well, I guess we'll see. In any event, you kept your end of our bargain. Thank you.
Protect and serve.
Paxton might appear compassionate, but I can assure you, he is.
Here's your holotape, Proctor. Hope the data on that thing was worth it.
Thanks. You know, it's good to see you're still in one piece. I wasn't sure what the interceptor would do to you.
I wasn't worried. After all, I built the device myself.
I have confidence in everything I built, too. But that's because I'll only deal with technology that I understand. Speaking of technology I don't understand, I'll get this holotape to Proctor Quinlan. I'm dying to find out what's on it.
Hopefully, it'll reveal a weakness in their defenses.
That would be the best-case scenario. Before we jump to conclusions, let's see what Quinlan's scribes can get off of it. I'm sure the Institute has all of their data heavily encrypted, so it's gonna take some time to crack. After that, we'll have to see what we've got. There's no telling what we might have grabbed off their mainframe. In the meantime, your mission to recruit Dr. Lee still needs to be completed. I believe Elder Maxson gave you all of the details? Good luck, Knight.
spare brother.
I received word that Dr. Lee is returning to us. How cooperative do you think she'll be?
I've convinced her that the Institute is the enemy, not the Brotherhood.
Well done, Knight. As soon as Dr. Lee arrives, we'll interrogate her aboard the Prydwen. She's been under the Institute's influence for the last decade, and we can't afford to take any chances. Now, on to other matters. Thanks to the success of your reconnaissance efforts, it's time to advance our operations to the next phase. I want you to report to Proctor Ingram at the airport. She has a special project that requires your immediate attention. Once again, Knight, you don't fail to impress. Dismissed.
Reactor at 100% efficiency.
Looks like we have a thruster in balance. We can pitch.
Hey.
What you got for me? Time for some travel fuel. Want one?
Are things all right between us?
Well, things aren't bad. Because believe me, you'd know if they were. But I suppose we could be doing better.
That's all.
Okay.
The human-looking synths are the worst. They hide in plain sight. You haven't lived until you tipped ramen in the convertible. That's a challenge. I think you should stay on point. Your instincts seem to be right on target.
Dog meat. Come on, boy. It's time to go. Come on, boy. It's time to go.
Brotherhood, then there's everything else. Nothing in between, huh?
Paladin dance.
Ready to continue our mission, soldier?
I just want to trade a few things.
Very well. Help yourself. You're exceeding the maximum recommended payload for a ground unit, soldier.
Heads up. Heads up. Look alive. Look alive.
Sun goes down. Crazies come out. Let me know if there's anything I can do to lighten the load. Or, you know, if you need anything proofread.
Here. Where is everyone? Nice. Coming back later for you. Hey, boy. Won't be able to pick this. Go check that out. Check it out. Go check it out. Grab anything useful. Take a look. How you doing, buddy? Hey, boy. Think you can find something for me? See if there's any good stuff nearby, boy. How you doing, buddy? Hey, boy. Think you can find something for me? Think you can find any goodies, boy? Over here. How you doing, buddy? Hey, boy. Think you can find something for me? Think you can find any goodies, boy? Hey. Wait there. Come on. How you doing, buddy? Hey, boy. Think you can find something for me? See if there's any good stuff nearby, boy. Loctite. Hey. How you doing, buddy? Hey, boy. You know any tricks? Heads up. How you doing, buddy? Hey, boy. Think you can find something for me? See if there's any good stuff nearby, boy. How you doing, buddy? Hey, boy. Think you can find something for me? See if there's any good stuff nearby, boy. Look alive. Hold position. How you doing, buddy? Hey, boy. Think you can find something for me? Think you can find any goodies, boy? Look alive. Moving out. How you doing, buddy? Hey, boy. Think you can find something for me? See if there's any good stuff nearby, boy. Don't think I can pick this.